Hello, my name is Amber Devine, and this is my midterm reflection. So, my practicum is with the Student Life and Engagement Office at Augusta University, and in this, I am responsible for overseeing the Paul Points program as well as the student assistant. So, with the Paul Points program, each event that students attend on campus, there's points associated with that event. And so, with that being said, we want to incentivize students to come out to events, attend those events to be able to engage with other students and engage with faculty and staff as well. So we put in place a program that allows them to receive some knickknacks, some different things that they can take away for attending those events. And so with the Paul Points program, it's a very new program. It began last semester, which was the fall semester of 2021, and in that it didn't have much structure. It didn't really have a plan. The initial person who implemented the plan was the previous director of student life and engagement, and they have since left to pursue other opportunities. And so it was kind of in the wayside, kind of like just went by the wayside for that. So with that being said, my role, as well as the student assistant, is to create a plan, a marketing plan, create ways for it to be better, and as well as just improve the program overall. So personally, I would say that I would rate my practicum experience a 4, and the reason why I wouldn't give it a 5 is because of the fact that it is very difficult to create a program completely new and without specific intentions as far as what is supposed to be the outcome. But I will also give it a 4 because my supervisor, my mentor, is Dr. Sharon Dukes, and she is amazing. She's a great supervisor, and she allows me to work on my own as well as with the student assistant to make sure that this program is great. I really do enjoy working with her, and I wouldn't trade the practicum experience that I chose for the world. Along with me doing the Paul Points program, I also help with different events that SLE has, SLE Student Life Engagement, as well as just putting on those events. So big events like homecoming, and we are going to be hosting in the next couple weeks the Spring Fling event. So these events are some events that are definitely necessary for student engagement, and they are traditional events. And coming from an HBCU, I am so used to doing traditional events. That's just one of my passion areas, and my passion area, although I currently work in housing and residence life, is student life and engagement. I just love to put on events and watch students interact with each other and have a good time, especially at the event that I put on. Specifically, I wanted to focus on the marketing aspect of my practicum. I actually have my bachelor's is public relations, advertising, and media sales. So this taps into my degree that I already have, which is really great. I'm able to help our student assistant just build from the ground up. We've revamped logos. We are in the process of revamping our marketing materials and taking those pictures to kind of like, hey guys, come out and see what we have to offer. Many different things that we're in the process of revamping and doing. And it is very important to understand that sometimes what professionals see as being something that they like is not all the time what the students may like. So kind of tapping into what the students like, getting those surveys to see like, hey, what do you guys like? For whatever reason, people love free shirts. So that's something that we're in the process of working on. We're trying to get some shirts added to our list of things that we can get for maybe next year. But the biggest problem with our giveaways is that the order for the giveaways, when the first start was initially put in place last semester, there were too many things. So we're in the process of trying to get rid of those. So we're doing different events that we're trying to, like different pop-up shops that we're trying to do to implement, which is also creating that buzz for the Paul Points program. It went from being a program that nobody knew anything about to a program that everybody looks forward to see the table and see the spin wheel that we have created, so that way they can choose what they would like to do. My mentor's administrative philosophy is definitely similar to mine. I currently supervise 9 resident assistants for our first year experience residence hall, and we both have like the same family mentality to with supervising our students and supervising our staff, and it is important, I think, that we relate on that level as well. My practicum mentor is very, very, very big on one, making sure that I'm equipped with all the information and all the things that I need, because of the fact that this was not her mission or her vision. It was the previous director's vision and mission. She's trying to implement what she feels like will make this program successful. So I think that our lines, we definitely align with the same, as far as like, our wanting to serve students and be there for our students and support our students, as well as, get them to come out a bit more. I mentioned the fact that I attended an HBCU for undergrad, and she also attended an HBCU for undergrad, and so we've been trying to create this campus culture of just, tradition and fun times and good times. And so that's something that we both have implemented on our own in our own respective areas, and then we've come together to kind of do that as well. And I really appreciate her, because she does take a lot of what I say, like during our weekly meetings. She discusses ways of like, hey, how do you think that we can, get the campus pride going? Augusta University is not the best with campus pride. They would be what you would call a backpack campus. Definitely students go home on the weekends, especially since it is a heavy medical school. The courses are very hard, very rigorous, and so student life and engagement allows for those events to be in place so students can have a good time and really enjoy themselves. And so as far as areas that I wish I had more contact and knowledge on, it would definitely be, because of the fact that this program was kind of just thrown out and just was like, hey, here you guys go. You can go ahead and do what you need to do, and no real parameters around it. I would definitely say going forward, I would love for it to have been a plan in place. And so that's something that Dr. Deuce has also tasked my student assistant and I with, just making sure that we are able to, have a plan for next year, that plan be set and forward, and keep the ball rolling with that, things of that nature. As well as I wish I had more input as far as student life and engagement events, working towards the traditional aspect of things. And so since it is the spring semester, there are a lot of things that are going to be implemented next semester. So let me rephrase that, more so for this semester. And so a lot of the things that we've been working towards have been put in place for next semester, but I wish that I was able to see a lot of those things come into fruition, just because there is a strong possibility that I will not be here next year. And so I definitely want to make sure that my not ideas are heard, but more so like my ideas that I see that I'm like, maybe we should add this, I can actually see what the result would be. So that would be some things that I would add, but overall I wouldn't really change my experience. I feel like it allowed me to help and assist in a space where there was no real plan and real thought out goal or trajectory for the actual Paul Points program, and it is something that I did truly enjoy, because I was able to tap into that marketing side of things, as well as still supervising another student, and just kind of adding that on to what I normally do, because my biggest thing is I love to work with students and watch them succeed and serve them. And so I've definitely gained that I got another level of responsibility, as well as another connection with the student who actually also lives in housing. So I was able to connect with the student who is technically indirectly my student, because they do live in another building, but definitely this was a great experience as far as me picking the specific area of where I'm working in, because it is someplace that I want to work in as far as like student activities going forward. So and this is the end of my midterm reflection. So bye-bye.